Oops. Up off net. Yeah. Yes. Up off net. Well, won't you believe my neighbor? Oops. Won't you believe? Ha! Could you please sing it with me? Believe. My neighbor. Hi, neighbor. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the Don't. All right, man. Look. Who we have here? T. What's going on with you? Boxing therapy. What's going on with you? Jane with ice. Whoops. All right, man. Look. First, I want to say this. Esports Boxing Club. Hit the Tyson bell. We got us a boxing game. Okay, hit the Tyson bell again. Finally, I'm privy to information that other people haven't gotten yet. Any breaking information, I kind of get it first. I'm not going to say anything now, but Esports Boxing Club is doing one heck of a thing. I cannot believe they added me to the trailer. That was amazing. Since then, it's just been wonderful. In my DMs, talking to certain fighters, talking to people who's associated with Esports Boxing Club, who's working with Esports Boxing Club. It's just been really a roller coaster. It's been really, really tremendous and amazing. So thanks to Esports Boxing Club. And that's the Black Two Sugars. What do we have today? Wait, how are y'all doing? How are you doing? I feel like I haven't spoken. What's going on? They need to add ShowBizz to the game too. You know, there's actually like a group of you guys doing like hitting them up on Instagram and comments and saying you got to add my boy ShowBizz to the game and all. Thank you so much for that. I mean, that would be beyond anything that I dream. That's just. I mean, just fantastic that you guys are reaching out like that and pretty good people. Like I'm talking about people with blue check marks are doing the same thing. So, I mean, you know, just thank you so much for that. That's amazing. Only up from here, my man. Ruiz looks good, but should pick better opposition. Was it on him? You know what I mean? I'm not sure. We'll talk about that. Well, let's talk about that a little bit now. Ruiz should have picked different opposition. I think people still don't completely understand the sport of boxing all the way. You can't just, David Benavidez can't just say, I'm picking Canelo to fight and then fight him. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford been picking Errol Spence to fight him for a while now. Hold on. We got a super chat. Keep doing your thing, Biz. I love this channel. And are you going live for this Enos fight? I can't wait to see him fight. He's an amazing talent. Yeah, it's only fair. It's only right. I did the Virgil Ortiz fight. And like I said, I'm not just for big fights anymore. Actually, I'm for big fights less. I am done. Bro, Boots fighting, Lipinette, well, then we're watching a fight. If somebody's throwing hands, if hands are being thrown, we're watching. Okay, it is what it is. So yeah, Andy Ruiz should have picked better opposition. What does he do? Hey, Dillian White, I fight you next. It doesn't work like that. I don't know, Pulev, I fight you next. It doesn't really work like that. Andy Ruiz, Chris Arreola was ready and he wanted to fight. And out of everybody that I'm sure they had a bucket full of people, Andy Ruiz couldn't bully his way and force people, grab their hands and force them to sign a contract. So we got the Chris Arreola fight, and I'm excited about that. Hit the Tyson bell. In the bank. Hold on. Let me get some Black Two Sugars. So like always, everybody hit the like button. Let's get 130 likes right now. We've got 130 people on. So like always, do I got my, oh yeah, I got my Anthony AJ Joshua glove sitting there nice and pretty. End of week, I'm getting Tyson Gypsy King Fury autograph glove. I've been waiting for that. Just have them both up there. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Let's talk about what's on the agenda today. Let's see what Ms. Biz did for me this morning before she made breakfast and went. She's a superwoman, okay? But let's see what she did for me this morning. Twitter fingers. We definitely start off with our Twitter fingers. Then there's UFC was looking to move on from John Jones versus Francis Ngannou fight due to John Jones overpriced himself above $10 million. They offered Francis Ngannou the possibility of fighting Derek Lewis in June 12th, and Ngannou turned it down, saying that the turnaround is too soon. He also wants John Jones instead. We'll talk about that. Then we got the title, Andy Ruiz, from depression to inspiration. We'll talk about that. Dillian the Body Snatcher word. He said, why wasn't this the title? And I quote, I want to punish Deontay Wilder. The coward is full of fear. Come see me, fraud clown. I didn't know he said this. When did he say this? May I read this again? How many of you guys knew he said this? Where have I been? Hold on. Dillian White said again, that's a big statement. Yeah, he said, I want to punish Deontay Wilder. Since when? I thought he wanted a tune-up. The coward is full of fear. Come see me, fraud clown. Yeah. Hold on. I haven't even started my show. Wait, that's the black too shook. What? When did this happen? Hold on, bro. Wilder will do nothing. Okay. We got to talk. Wilder would do nothing. Oh, we got to talk. Now I'm thinking about it. Would Wilder do nothing? When did this happen? Hold on. I'm sorry. Pause. When did this happen? Wilder said White too easy to beat. I don't even have that statement. He said he spoke back. All of those final eliminators White turned down with his clown ass. I remember. Because I remember Ortiz he turned down. I remember that. Jab the like button last week. Last week? Where was I? Oh, okay. All right. Anywho, let's go to the next one. Fury versus Joshua. Venue selection is drawing. Oh, that's why that wasn't my title. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Biz. Fury versus Joshua. Venue selection is drawing closer. Hearn said the deal should be finalized next week. Saudi Arabia still the front runner. We'll talk about that. I think people are getting a little the stamina. We'll talk about it. Hey, you're hearing people say next week. Eddie Hearn next week. I'm not hearing Frank Warren say anything. Has Frank Warren said anything? Is anyone else participating? Is this the Eddie Hearn show? Is anyone else participating? Best Boxing Podcast. Thank you so much. I just, egg-shaped form. That's the AI. Dude, my mother. I even have my mother saying egg-shaped form. Love you, Mom. My mom, if something messes up, like if something is bad, like she says, that's the egg-shaped form right there. Or if you stutter, like I egg-shaped form. That's egg-shaped form, dog. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're stuttering, you're tripping over your feet. All of that is egg-shaped form. You didn't iron your shirt, you're looking wrinkly. That's the egg-shaped form right there, man. Egg-shaped form. My mama is hilarious. Okay, what else we got? Saudi Arabia is still the front runner. Kodo versus Marquez, the best legends fight so far. I agree. Kodo is 41, and I like Tyson versus Roy Jones though. But this may be the most, competitive. Kodo is 41 and Marquez is 47. Kodo last fight, he lost to Saddam Ali. That was sad. Marquez last fight win over Mike Alvarado. I remember that, and then he just bounced. But we'll talk about that. Jamel Herring, congratulations to you. He destroyed Carl Frampton. What should he do next? And Carl Frampton retires. That was a sad thing, but it was right on time. But we'll talk about it. And ESBC talk. Let's go. All right, man. I didn't get an email. I didn't no ShowBizz advice. She must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. No ShowBizz advice today. Okay, so let's go to Twitter fingers. Let's start off with the Twitter fingers. Hold on. Let's see what you guys got to say. Go to busr.com/showbiz. Place bet on your favorite fights. That's right. busr.com/showbiz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. If I were you, I'll place a bet on Boots in get to the bag real quick. I would. I think I will. I would. I think I will. Oh, what this Povetkin. Povetkin's trainer said that his I got another. Povetkin's trainer said that his performance against Dillian White was due to COVID, and I'm not looking at that as an excuse either. Well, hold on. I did the gloves. He did say egg-shaped form, and now he's saying COVID. It started to compile. Now you start saying, but I was saying this already, just like Deontay Wilder in his suit. When Deontay Wilder walked out in that suit, you have me just, it's right there. Me saying in the video, in the live stream, he looks sick, right? Just like I said with Povetkin. I'm not betting money on Povetkin to win that fight. I should have told y'all. How many of y'all put money on Povetkin? I should have told you keep your money in your pocket. Because my thing was, put money on Dillian White if you're going to put money. Because I know the effects. I worked with the pharmaceutical company for years, okay? I left, during the whole COVID thing. I knew what was going on. I knew the effects of COVID, but more than that, Ms. Biz and her mother, really, that's what they do. Okay. So I knew the effects of COVID, how it can affect you, especially, in your late 30s and up. You know what I mean? Hit the Tyson Bale. If you have COVID, you don't just shake it. It's not like a clean poop. You ain't got to wipe. You know what I mean? It's like there's residue. And then if you jump right back into breathing heavy and using your lungs and stuff like, bro, he came walking in like this. I was like, yep. Yep. You tell me that's the guy who fought Dillian White the first time. You tell me. But just like Deontay Wilder versus Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, that wasn't the best Wilder, and that was a damn good Tyson Fury. Okay? That was a horrible Povetkin and the best Dillian White I ever seen. Okay? So I'm not sure if Povetkin would have beaten him if he was healthy. That was a damn good Dillian White. I'm not sure if Deontay Wilder would ever beat Tyson Fury. That's a damn good fighter, Tyson Fury. So with that said, I'm not giving an excuse to Deontay Wilder or Povetkin, but the fact is the fact. Povetkin came in the ring like this here. And that's not going to do it. Let's do the Twitter fingers before I start diving into, because we 13 minutes in. Free BG. What happened to BG? Look, a suit and black dress socks too. ShowBizz out here not wiping. Funny. No, that's not. It's a statement. All right, so here we go. Jason Sosa said, I like Shakur Stevenson. He fight with so much anger and hate and mean every punch he throws. He just wants to rip your soul apart. Kid is gifted. God bless your career, kid. Jason Sosa's absolutely right. I think Shakur Stevenson is a badass. I think he's mean, just like Terrence Buck Crawford. I think he wants to wear you completely out. And the more you fight him, the worse it is for you. You feel what I'm saying? Hit the Tyson Bale. Like Bernard Hopkins was something like that. The more you fought him, the worse it was for you. It's strange. Who else was like that? I think James Toney was something like that. Like the more you fought him, just getting brutalized. Yeah, so Shakur Stevenson, he a bad boy. Let's see what else we got. Boxing News says, on this day, Sugar Ray Leonard defeated Marvelous Marvin Hagler in one of the boxing's most controversial decisions. Yeah, facts. I still think Marvelous Marvin Hagler won. Okay, and I know I may be slight biased, but I keep looking at the fight. It gets closer and closer. But the last time I saw it, I'm like, Hagler definitely won. Okay. But Hagler gave away the first 4 rounds. So I could understand why they gave it to Sugar. I never had a problem. It's just, to me, Hagler won. All right. But that fight, Hagler. So did you guys see when ShowBizz the Kid ranked his top 5 favorite fighters? There were people who had a problem with it. No, what? No, that's not his favorite fighters. Look, I've said, hey, Arturo Gatti is one of my favorite fighters. You think he's better than? I didn't say he was better than nothing. I'll say he's one of my favorite fighters. So ShowBizz the Kid, top 5 favorite fighters. He had Pacquiao at 2. He had Mike Tyson at 1. And I remember the entire house was Floyd Money Mayweather. ShowBizz the Kid was the only one sitting there. Everybody, please hit the like button. There's 300 people in here. Hit the like. Just hit the like button just for a second. That should be like a reflex. Hold on. And in shape, Ruiz, number 4 on my list. That's too bad that you have to say and in shape Ruiz. Like there's 2 types. You know, so we have to see him against Areola so he can be Ruiz. All right. But my whole entire house was Floyd Mayweather fans. Like Floyd Mayweather. How not? This little 5-6-year-old boy, ShowBizz the Kid, was like Manny Pacquiao, bro. I remember when we watched the fight, that little boy sat there leading up to the fight. We were all like, man, Floyd Mayweather got this. This little boy was like Manny Pacquiao. He was the only one. That's what I love about my son. He's going to think how he thinks no matter what. And since he was a baby, nobody pressured him into changing his damn mind. So he sat there, and I remember when the fight was over, my son, Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, my son was completely confused, like he should be. He's a kid. But just like when I saw Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler, at the end, I was just like, Hagler won. At the end, my son was like, the fight's over? Yo, my kid was looking at the fight like, there was a fight? When did the fight start? What? Somebody won? Floyd Mayweather won. What? He won what? What fight? What? I mean, he was a kid. He was 7, a kid. He was, Dad, when did the fight start? I saw them practicing. So that's how I felt. At the end, my oldest brother was like, Sugar! And I was just like, bruh, Hagler all day, bro. But Sugar won. It just reminds me of that. Let's see. Here we go. BoxingScene.com tweeted, Povetkin's ability to perform was greatly affected by COVID, says his manager. I can see that. YouTube. Thank you so much. Prime Pack versus Duran. I keep going back and forth. Yeah, me too. But I got Duran. Yeah. Kid is smart, Biz. Yeah, absolutely. I just saw Rip. Duran would beat Pac. Yeah, I got Duran. Affected by COVID. I can see that. I just spoke on that. Amanda Serrano said, congrats to all the girls that signed on and the makers of the new esports boxing club game. Unfortunately, I had to pass on the offer for personal reasons. No, okay. But I know it would be an incredible game for sure. Hey, just be a DLC character. Just be one of the DLCs. For sure. I will support. There you go. And get all my nephews and nieces their copy. Wow. Continued success. Wow. That's how you support boxing, period. You know, like I said, Esports Boxing Club is probably going to be the most important tool to market boxing today. For real. That boxing video game is going to be the most important tool to market the sport, which is why I'm totally behind it. I keep telling you guys, I'm here to make boxing the #1 sport in the damn. I'm here to make boxing the #1 sport in the damn world. You hear me? Hit the Tyson bell. Oh, and make sure you hit the like button, please. There's 330 people in here. Everybody, please hit the like button. Let's get 300 likes. Patty Barnes said, what a career Carl Frampton has had. 2-weight world champ who tried to create history, becoming the first 3-weight world champion Irish. It wasn't to be, but what is to be is that he will retire as not just one of our greatest fighters, for one of the greatest sportsmen we've ever had. Much love to you, Carl Frampton. You are something. Talking about grit, guts, the jackal. You are something. Going up against Jamel Herring like that, calling him out for years. Like, you're something else. And you gave Jamel Herring his biggest fight ever. Okay. By the way, today, marking the anniversary of Hagler versus Leonard. Just to let you know, that fight was in 1987, I believe. Boxing fan says, on this day in 1915, Jess Willard beat Jack Johnson by KO in round 26 of 45 to win the world heavyweight title in round 26 of 45. Number one, to have a fight outside in the blazing heat. Okay. And they're built different back then. 1915, blazing heat. Okay. They it's set for 45 rounds. Forget 15, forget 12, forget 10. What? Are you kidding me? 45 rounds. Okay. Jack Johnson got knocked out in the 20-6 by big I'm sorry for custom, but big Jess Willard. Jess Willard went on to get creamed by Jack Dempsey. YouTube, thank you so much. Yeah, round 26. Jess Willard went on to get creamed by Jack Dempsey. You want to talk about some of the meanest fighters in the world? Jack Dempsey, Jack Johnson, Sonny Liston, George Foreman, Roberto Duran. Those guys were scary. Mike Tyson, intimidating. Andy looking like he's going to hurt somebody. Man, you ain't lying. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right. So look, you ready to talk about John L. Sullivan? Yeah. Hold on. Do you think we should bring back 15 rounds? It will stop a lot of fights ending up as draws. No, I don't think so, T. We had too many deaths in 2019. I believe that was 2019. Too many deaths. 15 rounds was to avoid those, T. After Boom Boom Mancini and Kim. So no. We shouldn't increase it. Maybe make it to 11, 13. I don't know. But Prime and Wolf versus Riker versus Shields. Who you got? Shields is something. Shields, I'm no more am I going to underestimate Shields. I mean, I think Layla Ali would probably beat Shields, but Shields is just extremely schooled. You know what I mean? Shields something else. All right, man. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz. Here's what Andy Ruiz has to say. He said, what a lot of people don't understand is that I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, Ruiz said. And once that moment happened, I kind of went a little off the road. I started doing things that I thought I would never be able to do. I wasn't really focused on the Joshua rematch. But now, like I said, I was really devastated. I do not want to go back. I do not want to make the same mistakes I did before. And like I said, I'm more motivated than I ever been before. Hit the Tyson bell. I have God on my side and Eddie right here, Eddie Reynoso. So we're ready for whatever comes my way. He's only 31 years old. He learned a lesson, got his ass whipped. Okay, let's see what else. Losing in my last fight against Anthony Joshua, it was devastating because I did not do the things that I was supposed to do. And I look back right now and I'm like, damn, man, if I would have stayed dedicated, if I would have stayed disciplined and do the right things that I was supposed to do. And that was the most important fight of my life in the rematch against Anthony Joshua. But now it's totally different. Now I got my mind right. I got a great trainer, Eddie Reynoso. So we're just ready for May 1st. But like I said, of course, I was really disappointed because I knew the ability that I had to stay sure. Hit the Tyson bell for Andy Ruiz. Look, I don't care. Look, Andy, this is to Andy Ruiz. Everybody, please hit the like button. There's 400 people in here. Please hit the like button. It only takes a second. Here's what I want, and that's the Black Two Sugars. Let me get my Black Two Sugars. Look, Andy pulling his soul out. Let's talk about this. Everybody. Let's talk about this. Andy Ruiz he tasted what Anthony Joshua tasted, okay? What Andy Ruiz gave Anthony Joshua, a stinging, devastating loss that sent Anthony Joshua to a dark place. And in that dark place, he started doing pull-ups. In that dark place, he started doing sit-ups and push-ups, and he started jogging and doing jump rope, and he started watching tape, and he started learning how to adjust, and he started looking at his flaws, and he started wondering how he can capitalize on Andy Ruiz's flaws in that dark place. Okay, Anthony Joshua, which is why ShowBizz the Kid, Anthony Joshua is one of his top 5 favorite fighters ever, because that Anthony Joshua showed ShowBizz the Kid something, right? When I'm down and out, what did Anthony Joshua do? He practiced, he adjusted, he learned. That's when he started working. That's mental strength. Andy Ruiz, if you look at that thumbnail, if you look at what he was, he thought he was on top of the world. He was on top of the world looking like a couch potato. Hit the Tyson Bell. When he was at his very top, he was 285 pounds, almost 300 pounds. That's him at his very best? No, he took an ass whooping and became his best. You look at him now, it's that beating he took from Anthony J. Joshua. He went into a dark place, a place of depression, and there he started cutting back. He started looking at his meal plan. He changed trainers. He started working on things all the way from the foundation, all the way back up. That's what you do. That's what you do. And that's what we are waiting for with Deontay Wilder. It's okay that you lost. It's all right. You have your reasons. Andy Ruiz, he has his reasons. I wasn't focused. He pointed at himself at the end of the day. I wasn't focused. I wasn't determined. Okay. I couldn't believe I was here, and I overindulged on things I wanted to do my entire life. It's not an excuse. That's what I did. Now I've learned from it. When you look at Anthony A.J. Joshua, I know what I did. Look, he pointed at his coach. He pointed at his coach. Fine. Okay. At the end of the day, he's making adjustments. He's back out there. That's what we're waiting for from Wilder. That's what we're waiting for. I'm not saying Wilder isn't going to do it. I'm not saying Wilder is a bum. I'm saying that's what I'm waiting for. All of you Wilder fans, you can't take somebody saying, I am looking forward to Wilder becoming that guy. His next video showing himself doing push-ups, doing a jump rope, doing road work, saying, I am back to knock people's heads off their shoulders. You're not looking forward to that? That's not what you're looking for? That makes us sound like haters to say we want Deontay Wilder to come back better than ever? That hurts your feelings? There's things that he can learn from there. No more will I come out in a big ass crazy costume. No more will I have a 2-month turnaround after a fight. No more would I do those things and all the things that he wasn't doing before, not focusing on the jab, not switching up his jab pace, not switching up his 1-2, not hooking off the jab, not giving angles. All those things that he missed, he could capitalize on. Anthony A.J. Joshua did it, and that's what you're supposed to do. Ruiz versus Joyce outside the top 3 is the best fight to me. Okay. But that's what you're supposed to do. What people are asking out of Deontay Wilder isn't hate. That's what you do. You brush yourself off. You look at what you've done wrong, the stuff you can control. You can't control egg-shaped form, okay? Even if you think egg-shaped form, what's the reason? You can't control it, all right? Obviously, the whole world was against you, okay? Obviously, Kenny Bayless, the WBC, your trainer, JD's, all those guys, Mark Breland, he spiked your water. Everybody did everything. They made your costume super heavy. Everybody was in on you losing, except for you. Okay, no, you too. You had a 2-month turnaround after Ortiz. Everybody was against Wilder, even Wilder. Now, this is what you can control. After all those excuses, this is what you can control. What you do from here on out. That's what Andy Ruiz is doing. Losses are supposed to be lessons. I train Muay Thai and lose in the gym all the time. Doesn't mean I stop becoming a beast 100%. Okay? So that's the thing. That's where we are right now. Andy Ruiz has gone from depressed to inspired, from depression to inspiration, to everybody else who loves him, to other couch potatoes out there. Now he won for the fat man, right? Let's keep it real. When you saw him against Anthony Joshua, big Hercules, just crazily He-Man Anthony, superhero Anthony Joshua, when that little chubby man beat him, he beat him for all the couch potatoes. There's power in my weight. But now he changed that. Now you see him with vasculated in a biceps. You see him, his legs in tip-top shape. Okay? He slimmed down. He looking like a beast. Head movement. You saw him working on the water bag. Great head movement. All those things. I'm ready to see him display those things against Areola, because here's the thing. I've always thought Andy Ruiz was a bad boy, but I've never given him enough credit. I was one of the first ones when everybody saw Andy Ruiz and say, "Oh, get that little fat guy out of there." I was one of the first ones to say that guy can fight, but I never gave him enough credit. I want to see him. I want to see him. I want to see him do some more things. 31 years old. 31 years old. Don't underestimate anybody. I was looking at Rocky 1, and it was so funny how Apollo Creed was about to fight, I think his name was Mackley Green, right? And Mackley Green got injured. So he had 5 weeks before the fight, and they picked Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion. And Rocky Balboa took it to him. Okay? Apollo Creed won split decision, but Rocky Balboa took it to him. It's so strange how Anthony Joshua whole time was looking at Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller popped dirty, and then it had 5 weeks for Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz came into that fight and took it to him. Hit the Tyson bell. That's what you do. That's what you do. Areola is a Ruiz warm-up fight for bigger fights. Of course. Of course he is. That goes without saying. Of course he is. You know, people won't say that if they're just here trying to disrespect, rip apart, tear somebody down. You know what I mean? They're not doing anything themselves. Okay. But naturally, of course he is. All right. I haven't seen Andy Ruiz in the ring since he lost the belts. Right. He shouldn't being fighting Areola. Why not? Why not? It's just like Deontay Wilder. Just like Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder takes on Schmo, I'm interested. I want to see what he has. Is he the same Deontay Wilder, or is he doing things differently? I can understand if he hasn't fought since February 2020 and getting his ass handed to him in a silver envelope by Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. If he comes back and he just takes Schmo, I wouldn't be mad at all. I want to see, has he been, especially with a new team. Andy Ruiz got a new team. He got Eddie Renault. Use your brains. Use your common sense. Okay? So I wouldn't mind if Deontay Wilder if I'm seeing him doing new things. How is he without Mark Breland? This is just common sense, people. This is just understanding boxing. This is just common sense without the hate. Okay? Like I said, regardless if Andy Ruiz win or lose, if Deontay Wilder win or lose, you still got to go to work. You're still in the same spot. It doesn't matter to your life. All right, so here we go. People taking these fighters too personally, almost like they're in love with them or something. It's just too personal. I did get something. Keith one time Thuyman said time to get back looking right. He's pulling out his shoes, his boxing shoes. He's ready to get back in the gym. That's a beautiful thing. All right, man. Look, let's see what else we got. So Dillian White, Andy Ruiz, got my ass off the couch today. Right. Ruiz will destroy Beyonce Wilder. He has an iron chin. ShowBizz, intentionally known, the adult, internationally known, the adult. Thank you so much. There's no chin iron enough for Deontay Wilder, bro. All right, head movement, stuff like that and great offense. You know, Deontay Wilder ain't knocking out great fighters, right? Because great fighters got a certain amount of discipline that wouldn't allow for it. All right, not fighting how he fights. Great fighters wouldn't allow. That's why any great fighter would beat Deontay Wilder. But it ain't your chin. You're not putting your chin out there and letting Deontay Wilder in. Nah. All right, man. Look, and that's the Black Two Sugar. So let's go to Dillian. Dillian White. I want to punish Deontay Wilder. The coward is full of fear. Come see me, fraud clown. Look. Fraud clown really got me. That just made me laugh. I'm not sure. Did Deontay Wilder say anything back? Did he say anything back? I never thought Deontay Wilder would have trouble with Dillian White. I just never did until the Povetkin fight. Okay. The Povetkin fight, I'm like, Dillian White's looking good. He's looking good. Got a new team. He's looking good. All right. He can swat. So it's his offense too. Deontay Wilder doesn't have the best chin in the world. Okay. But he has great heart. You know what I'm saying? If you drop Deontay Wilder, he's getting up. You know what I mean? He's been real low key. Okay. White will lose to Wilder. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody's saying White will lose to Wilder and Wilder would win. That's not the point. That is not the point. The point is fight him. Yeah. Believe it or not. The point is fight him. Who would win? Who could have won? That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is fight him. Believe it or not. I'm not saying fight him next, but fight him. You got a guy talking about you, calling you a coward, calling you a clown, calling you a fraud. And this guy's been supposedly hunting you for years. Supposedly. That's what he's saying. Shut him up. People tend to forget these tune-up fights can ruin your favorite fighter legacy. Ags Lennox Lewis and AJ. Andy Ruiz wasn't a tune-up. He was a replacement. But yeah. Tune-ups is real if you're not ready. It's still a warrior in there fighting. Wilder gets stopped by White. Wilder's hated. Fury not a true champ. AJ KOs that doser. My man Buzz just talking down there in the war room. But that's what you do. Get busy. Show. It looks like you forgot who Wilder is. How? What have I said? Let me talk to you, Splat Smooth. What have I said for me to forgot who Wilder is? What did I say? You just don't like my tone. My tone must be Wilder's the best ever because Wilder's amazing. And no, everybody can get their ass whooped. Everybody can win. It's up to what you have here. What do you want me to say? What did I forget? Now, because you're going to tell me what you think I forgot. And I'm going to tell you what I've actually said. And you're going to be like, because you ain't listening. What did I say to make you say I forgot who Wilder was? What did I say? What did I say? Where you at, Smooth? Where you at? Get him, ShowBizz. I'm just wondering. Please tell them, Show. I'm wondering what I said. What did I say? And once you say what you think I said, then you're going to realize you just got an emotional issue when it comes to Wilder. Because what did I actually say to hurt your feelings? What did I say? I forgot who Wilder is. What did I say? Yeah. Yeah. All I've been doing is giving Wilder love. That's it. People are just like, he ain't sitting on Wilder's nuts. He got to sit on his nuts. I don't sit on anyone's nuts, bro. You forgot who I am. If Reynoso can revamp Andy like he did Valdez, man, I don't know. This dude would be a threat to anyone. That's a good point. Good point. He went real quiet. You see how it went away? Shh. All right. So look, here's the thing. It's not about who would win. It's about fight him. I just can't. Look, Wilder says that he's blessed and he's fine, but I can't imagine him not being in a dark place. He's very quiet. I just can't imagine. I think he had to hit reset. And during and hitting reset, you turn off first before you restart. So I think Wilder has had a turn off moment. He'll start restarting. He'll start putting his team together and start thinking boxing again. And Wilder will be back. And when Wilder comes back, it's going to be one of the biggest things in boxing. It's going to be one of the biggest things in boxing. I remember he's not as big as Tyson, but I remember when Tyson came back, it was he's back. And when Wilder decides to go from shh to bomb squat, it'll be one of the biggest things. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Fury versus Joshua venue. Hold on. Do you think Manny Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford going to happen? That I was only hearing positive things. Okay. I was only hearing positive things. And Manny, to me, it was always shocking me when he was talking about McGregor, talking about Ryan Garcia. Just that's not Manny. You know, this feels like Manny Pacquiao. I always saw Manny Pacquiao taken into his career knocked flat out or something. Like I always saw Manny Pacquiao taking on, he always did the insane. So him taking on Terrence Crawford is insane, but it's what I expect. It's what I expect. Him fighting Mikey Garcia is a great fight, but Manny is an insane guy. So that's what I expect. I expect him to lose too in a rough, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing him lose like this. But like I said, it just seems to be Manny to take on Terrence Crawford. All right. And he knows that Terrence Crawford been breathing down his neck for years. That's just the truth of the matter. Terrence Crawford been breathing down his neck for years. And Manny Pacquiao, no matter what people think, the smile on his face, he is extremely competitive. He ran to be senator. He's talking about being president. The guy is super. If there's a challenge, good or bad, not in a bad way. I'm just talking about if there's a challenge. If it's great, he turns them on. So when you got Terrence Crawford breathing down his neck and Terrence Crawford, and he loses to Jeff Horn and Terrence Crawford knocks him out, that sticks with Manny. That sticks with him. Oh my God, it sticks with him. If you get punched in the face and fall down, you can't blame the fighter that punched you. You gotta stick and move next time. AJ took his L. Yeah, AJ took his. Let's see. Fury versus Joshua venue selection is drawing closer. Hearn said the deal should be finalized by next week. Saudi Arabia is still the front runner. What do you guys think about this? I know a lot of you guys are starting to get a little exhausted. Okay, and that's the Black Two Sugars. It seems like a lot of you guys. I did a video on it, and there were a lot of you guys in the comments that were like, "Bruh, I don't even want to hear it about it." I'm still excited. I'm like, okay, it's drawing closer. Because that's the biggest fight in combat sport. John Jones versus Francis Ngannou is getting big, though. But that's the biggest fight in combat sports. So Eddie Hearn is cap room. Really? Well, Spencer's going to fight Ugas. I'm to the point that I'm like, wake me up when it's officially announced. That's what a lot of people are on. That's what they're on. And it's so funny to me. Splat's move. Wasn't low key saying anything. Stop trying to read into something. This man is as real as it gets. Love you, Biz. My man. ShowBizz, are you a scammer? I've seen Fat Daddy. Who is Fat Daddy? Stop. I don't scam nobody. I don't scam anybody, bro. I don't get any money I do a lot of stuff for free. And I don't know who Fat Daddy is, but yeah, I don't what scam, why? How? Stop. Like, people are like that when it comes to celebrities and it comes to people that they just don't know. It's like you could not, they don't understand. There's no way You can be successful. If you're successful, you must have cheated. You must have killed somebody, the Illuminati. You must have blood. Like, what are y'all doing? Just enjoy yourselves. Somebody took a risk. I took a risk, and I decided to be a boxing analyst, and I'm working very hard at it, and I'm reaping the benefit of people just saying, look, man, ShowBizz, we're going to ride with you. That's, I don't scamming of what, I don't know, but that's all I've done. That's all I've done. And it's very simple. You can do it too. You can do it too. Whoever Fat Daddy is, if he's just trying to lose weight, Fat Daddy, you can do it too. If you do it, you wouldn't be busy hating me. If you do it yourself, you wouldn't be busy hating me. You'll be like, oh, it wasn't even. And then somebody who can't do what you do is going to say, oh, he scammed him or whatever. That's the way people are. Everything I do is out of love, bro. 100% into Tyson Bell. War Room, please say, in my opinion, behind these capping ass comments, anyone can beat anyone on any given night. 100%. 100%. Let's see. I'm still super hype about AJ versus Fury 2. It's about to be the greatest chess match. Yeah, we'll see in the ring. Keep up the good work, my brother. Thank you so much. Any ideas show why PBC not announcing any fights? I don't know. But what I did hear was that David Benavidez is on standby for Canelo Alvarez. I heard that Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders, David Benavidez on standby. They're saying, like, if Billy Joe Saunders doesn't make the Canelo fight for whatever reason, David Benavidez on standby. And people going to say stuff about that too. You know what I mean? If, let's say, Billy Joe Saunders doesn't make it, and then David Benavidez step in short notice, that's the only reason why Canelo will fight David Benavidez. You know how people are. But I'm just saying that's something. That's something. Really wish Wilder would hire Derek James as his new trainer. You're not lying. You're not lying. I think Derek James would be perfect for Deontay Wilder. Perfect. Talking about setting up knockouts. Perfect. What else we got? I still think Fury cheated. I don't even like Deontay, but his glove was weird. And he had no padding. Okay. That it's just old, bro. It's really done. All right. The no padding thing, other than egg-shaped form, is never done. That's the funniest thing in the world. But the no padding thing is over. It went out like cross colors, bro. Like it's really done. It's really done. It went out like FUBU. Okay. It went out like cuffing your jeans. All right. It went out like the Jerry curl. It went out like, what else we got? It went out. Okay. Because there's zero going on about it. To keep crying about it is just ridiculous. Everybody, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. We got 500 people in here. Please hit the like button. So it's just a waste. It's just a waste to even talk about. Let me see. Oh, but as far as the venue, I'm excited about it. I know that the fight is happening soon. It's the biggest fight in combat sports. And if Eddie Hearn went quiet, if Eddie Hearn went quiet, if Eddie Hearn went quiet, people say that the fight is dead. With him talking, people say you talk too much. So you can't help everybody, right? You can't make everybody happy. At this point, I like what Eddie Hearn is doing, talking about the fight for those like me who's interested in knowing every step. I just love it. I lost so much respect for Jamel Charlo when I saw the video on Andre. But Canelo is avoiding black fighters. Yeah, I saw that when so Jamel Charlo had a video, and I'll play it in a minute. Biz, the more you grow, the more hate you're going to get, bro. Yeah, 100%. And I'll talk about both those comments. Jamel, I can't even play it. He was just cussing, and I'm not Jamel. Never Jamel Herring. Jamel Charlo. He was just cussing, and he was just calling Andre Boo Boo. I mean, yeah, Boo Boo Andre. The N-word, and he was just like, he was really going in on him. Okay, he was just like, I'll never fight you. Get your stuff, all kinds of stuff. He just totally publicly avoided him. All right, basically. in a dissing manner. I had no respect for it. But at the same time, who fights Boo Boo? It's a thing, you know. To say Canelo Alvarez didn't fight Boo Boo and he ducked Boo Boo, I don't mind that statement. But my thing is, so did Jamal, so did Jamel, so did Danny Jacobs, so did Triple G, so did everybody. That's what you do when it comes to Boo Boo Andre. You duck them. Everybody from 160 to 168. That's what you do when it comes to Boo. I don't see it as a Canelo black fighter thing. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. I see it as fighters avoid Boo Boo. Now, Jamel is one of my favorite fighters ever. But like I said, no boxer is above the sport for me. So I just feel everybody avoid Boo Boo. If you're black, white, Chinese, like it doesn't matter to me. What you do is you avoid Boo Boo Andre. So that's where I stand with that. Biz, the more you grow, the more hate you're going to get, bro. Yeah, but on top of that, that taught me the hate that I get is teaching me a valuable lesson. Remember how hard I used to go in on Keith one time, Thurman? Now I'm sitting from a point where it's seriously, I'm sitting from a point where it's like, oh, when you're hungry, you attack. I was hungry because I saw Keith Thurman as ducking Errol Spence. So I jumped all over Keith because I wanted to see the fight so much. And Keith was my boy. I liked him a lot. So I jumped all over Keith. Okay. But in doing so, I look back on everybody who wants to bring not everybody, most people, there's love for this community, but there's like stragglers here and there who hate and like, man, if I can bring him down or if I can boost me, even if I lie, even I'm just lying, I know I'm lying. Everybody who's lying about me, they know they're lying. They can try to convince people that they're not, but they know themselves. I just flat out lie. They look in the mirror, I'm a liar. And they don't respect themselves for it. When they really think about it, I'm just lying, bro. Yeah, I can't respect. What I am is what they are the people they hate. You know what I mean? I don't like people like that. And I'm being just like that. That's what they are. They know it. They're looking at themselves. They know it. Okay. But they're trying to convince you. So maybe I can grow off the back of ShowBizz. Maybe I could bring him down. That makes room for me somehow. Right? Hit the Tyson bell. But all that did was made me look at myself. Oh, okay. This is probably how certain fighters felt when I came at them. Let me move with more respect. It's a learning lesson for me. When you point the finger, you have 3 pointing back at yourself. It was a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson for me. Even though I'm not getting targeted big with a lot of hate. It's kind of like, you know what though? How much they're lying and how irritating that is. I get it. That guy who was talking about Glovegate, what about other fighters who gloves did the same thing? Shake my head. Yeah. And that's the black two sugars. Somebody said, I bet you ShowBizz won't talk about some. I don't know, but why even say that? Just say ShowBizz. Can you talk about, you know what I mean? What do you say? Jaime Magia ducked something. I missed it. It flew through. But why come with a negative? I bet you ShowBizz won't talk about when. Why not just be like, hey, ShowBizz, can you talk about? You know, let's see. And that's about it. We had Kodo versus Marquez. That fight isn't scheduled yet. I'm excited about it. It's Kodo versus Marquez, like two of my favorite guys. I'm excited about it. But that fight isn't really scheduled yet. I got Kodo though. He's just big kid, 41 years old. It's just like, yeah, I mean. But Marquez is in great shape. I wouldn't count him completely out, but I do want to talk about this. They will never be at your entertainment level, Biz, best channel on YouTube. My man. Hit the like button also. Ooh. Yeah. I want to talk about this. Jamel Herring destroyed Carl Frampton. What's next for Jamel Herring? I'm hearing stuff like Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson. Jamel said, let's go, Shakur. You know what I mean? Let's go. And he can move up. He's a big kid. And that was my thing with him sparring with Terrence Bud Crawford. Did you see him with Terrence Crawford saying, hey, thank you for preparing me for the biggest fight, my biggest fight? Bro, Jamel Herring was fighting Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton, the Jackal, one of the better fighters out there, okay? But a little guy, but one of the better fighters out there. He got his arms around huge and amazing and great new member, baby. And great, the best fighter in the world, possibly, okay? More than likely, arguably, the best fighter in the world. Terrence Bud Crawford, he got his arms around him, like, thanks for preparing me. Terrence Crawford? Yo, if you're training with Terrence Crawford and you're sparring him, you are ready for it. You're ready for Danny Swift Garcia. You're ready for Showtime Sean Porter. You're ready. If you're trading with Terrence Bud Crawford, this dude, you want to talk about being overly prepared. Okay, look, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. I totally agree with that. But damn, like, you got your arms around Terrence Bud. Hey, Terrence, thank you, boy. Hey, thanks for preparing me for Carl Frampton. Bro, yeah, that's why Carl Frampton. Jamel is going toe-to-toe with Terrence Bud Crawford in preparation for anybody. He's going to give anybody those hands, and that's the Black Two Sugars. The only one is probably, well, Oscar Valdez is my dude, though. But Shakur Stevenson also goes toe-to-toe. Dude, Terrence Bud Crawford little crew, like Bomac and them, like Maurice Hooker and Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson, Terrence, those kids right there, that Mo Hooker, I don't care, Mo Hooker too. Those guys whose iron sharpens iron, going toe-to-toe with each other all night, those guys, that's like the fearsome foursome, bro. that's like, bro. Bro. Yeah, so is Mo Hooker. Yeah, I know Virgil Ortiz beat him, but I'm just saying Mo Hooker is a problem. So those kids, I'm not saying you go undefeated. I'm saying you're rough. Hell, you're rough. It's just that Virgil Ortiz is, you know, he's just, Virgil Ortiz is just nasty with it. And that wasn't even the best Virgil Ortiz. I heard he had like COVID. he had COVID during training camp. He didn't have his lungs together, and he knocked out Mo Hooker, or Mo Hooker broke his hand or whatever. But he TKO'd Mo Hooker. With that said, bro, anybody's doing that mess with Terrence Crawford and mixing it up with him and doing all that mess, my God, can't fight Valdez, who has to fight winner of Shakur fight or drop belt. It is already in the contract biz. I can email it to you. Oh, much love to you. So, okay, Shakur Stevenson, whatever, move up. All right, if he moves up, he's mandatory for the WBO. I hope you know that, right? As soon as Jamel Herring move up, he'll be Teofimo Lopez's mandatory. Hit the Tyson Bale. So, bro, there's a lot of things he can do right now. And he's not getting any younger, so he might as well take a shot. Okay? But I'm all for Jamel Herring. That's my guy. That's my guy. And like I said, a guy who, you want to talk about being a patriot, a guy who did 2 terms for this country in a war. And I'm not talking about he's in a war at a desk. He's out there, pop, 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 pop. Like, he's in a war. All right, he got to defuse bombs, and like he went back, and there's a reason why he even served. Okay, his best friend, who he calls his brother, okay, passed away, and he was in the Marines right after high school. But Jamel Herring, and he also represented us in the Olympics. That guy's a hero, bro. That guy's a hero. You can't help but to have love for Jamel Herring. What else we got? How are we going to end this stream today? ESBC talk. Anybody want to talk about Esports Boxing Club? What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about the game? Finish my black 2 sugar, so I know it's about time. But before I go, what do you guys think about the game? Straight facts, Biz. Man. Oh, don't forget, go to busr.com/ShowBizz to place a bet on that boost in this fight. Make you an account, place a bet on the boost in this fight, get you a bag, and it's gonna win. He's gonna beat that boy. Okay, put money on it. I'm putting money on it. I'm gonna get. Why not get you a bag? I'm probably put a G on it. Give me like $300. You know what I'm saying? Put some gas in the tank. Take Ms. Biz out. Who knows? Or maybe just buy ShowBizz to kill some Jordans. You know what I mean? Just put a bag down. Even if that means winning $50. You know, you win $50. You take the family out. You know, put another 50 on top of it. Go to Sizzlers. ESBC gonna be lit, isn't it? The game is looking amazing, isn't it? And it's at alpha. This is what people don't understand. The game's at alpha looking like I've seen things, y'all. Oh my goodness. I've seen things that had me like, where's Pac? I am sure they will add him. Looks great. You're sure they will add him? I can see that. When does the game come out? I'm hearing summer. July or August. And I'm gonna tell you this. This channel, we're talking boxing, we're doing live streams, talking combat sports. I'm doing my live stream commentary, and I am fighting in Esports Boxing Club on this channel. Y'all want a piece of me? Y'all want a piece of the kid? We're going live for hours at a time, 3 hours working. It's going to be like Sundays or something like that. We're going live working. You think I'm kidding? We're running tournaments on this mug, bro. And I'm talking all the garbage. We're going live. I'm talking garbage. I'm posting it. We having press conferences. It is on. And while y'all sleeping, I'm training, bro. When y'all up, I'm training. When y'all training, I'm training. You think I'm playing? I'm going to be here getting my hands nice. And I'm working, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's go. Say less. Yeah. Let's go. We're running it on here. ShowBizz the adult versus the world. And we're banging it out, bro. Pause. Creative fighters. Hey, I'll make myself. Creative fighters, whatever. Got my corner. Got Bomac in my corner. Man, I'm slick. Bop. I'm working. I'm telling you, if y'all want to fight with real fighters, Lomachenko, Terrence Crawford, however you want to do it, bro. Marquez, Barrera, I'm working y'all. Bam, bam, whoop, whoop, bam. Bring Black Sun over, same thing. Same shit, different toilet. We're playing. And then I'm going to the esports tournament in Vegas. Say I'm not. I'm going to get so good at that game, I'm going to be whooping all the show business partners. I'm whooping all y'all. And then I'm going to Vegas, and I'm whooping their ass. I'm whooping them too. This is the best boxing game of all time. You see the roster? You see how they look just like them? They look and move just like them because it's real motion capture. Like, I'm Terrence Crawford all day. Xavier say you're not. She. You'll see. And then guess what's going to happen? Yeah, people going to be complaining. Hey, ShowBizz, man, you doing boxing video games on your channel now? Yep. And we're going to have over 1 million subscribers, and they all going to love and learn the sport of boxing. Hit the Tyson Bear. Live stream's going to be lit. And I'm whooping y'all. I am whooping y'all. Biz, you talk a lot. Yep. Y'all, you want to talk? Y'all want to go? I want to go. How it all began, kind of. Yes, BK. This channel started. How did it start? How did it start, BK? How did it start? We talked about Fight Night. This game, this channel started off of me pushing to get a boxing game. And now we got it. And now I'm associated with it. Oh, bro, let me tell you something. Bro. Dude, I almost took my head. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. That scared the hell out of me, dog. I know what that was, but let me tell you something. Look at this. That's what I get for talking. And I'm gonna kick your butt. And but before I go, the surprise fighter, ShowBizz, did they announce the new boxer yet? Nah. Damn, the books failed. That's right. The surprise fighter, I think, is going to be Canelo Alvarez. I don't even have an inside track on that. They keeping that real. Shh. I think it's going to be Canelo. Yeah, that was karma. I think it's going to be Canelo. Yeah. Because they said it was big. I think it's going to be Canelo. Or Mike Tyson. Same. I think so. I think it's Canelo. All right. So did you guys have a good time with this live stream? I got to set my books back up. I actually got to go. I got to run an errand, do me a few things. I actually got to go. But first, I got to pick my books up. ShowBizz, don't. Hey, look, tomorrow I'm going live the same time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Much love to all of my show business partners, man. And anything from Esports Boxing Club that I can. Hey, and shout out to all the fighters on Instagram and everybody who I'm talking to. It's been a roller coaster. It's been amazing, especially the female fighters. Jelena. Hi, Jelena. Hello. Hi, Jelena. And all you great warriors, man. Much love to you. I'm out. Let's see what I got right here.